It's time to finally cool my favorite dysfunctional family. I'm talking about the one inside this iPhone. You see, it is a blistering hot August day here in Chicago, and I am heading into a day of non-stop shooting. There's going to be some 4K video capture, a lot of GPS navigation, a few TikTok scrolls, some on-device AI translation, and photo snaps of probably hundreds of beans. They're thin, they're light, and most of all, they're packed with super capable processors that could handle loads of heavy processing tasks. Aluminum heat sinks, plastic potting compounds, and liquid cooling solutions add bulk and complexity. Here's how I did it. My triple-layer cooling hack combines 3 unobtrusive components into a passive thermal ballet so efficient that it drops internal temperatures by as much as 10 degrees Celsius, doubles lithium-ion longevity, and never once lets iOS throttle those power-hungry A-series cores. What I am suggesting is that you recognize that the market has even really offered you a great alternative to what is available. If you're unhappy with your smartphone's thermals, take the time to educate yourself and perhaps try to change it yourself. I had these custom milled, but you can sand one down from an old GPU cooler. Coat its face with a smear of graphite thermal paste, snap it onto the phone's MagSafe ring, and let physics do the rest. Check out these other videos I think you might like. I'll catch you on the flip side. Thermal energy sprints through the graphite highway, trickles into molten PC, then wicks up the finned copper chimney, where a whisper of ambient air whisks it into oblivion. Best of all, it works on practically any phone you can buy today, including the iPhone 11, 12, 13, and 14 lineups. Samsung's S10A, full brightness 27 watt, MagSafe fast charge, peaks at 34 degrees C, battery temp instead of 43, eliminating Apple's dreaded charging on hold. Pause. And a 40-minute 4K 60 ProRes. Shoot that once force an emergency shutdown completes without a hiccup, leaving the battery for degrees cooler and a full 14% healthier according to coconut battery logs. The silent benefit is lifespan. Cooler chemistry slows SEI growth, so after 500 cycles you lose maybe 5% capacity versus the typical 15%, translating to 2 extra years before service battery nags appear. Meanwhile, cooler radio amps stay linear, so 5G failures disappear, and cooler old pixels retain peak luminance for HDR sunsets years longer. Worried about safety or warranty? Pyrolytic graphite is anisotropic, conducts heat in plane, not electricity, cross-plane, so shorts are impossible. PCM beads are sealed in polymer shells rated to 1,000 drop cycles. Copper and mag notes don't void AppleCare because you're neither opening the chassis nor breaching IP seals. Peel the skin, pop the puck, and the phone looks mint for trading. Total cost? Under $30. Weight gain? About 8 grams. Less than a lone air. Time? 10 minutes with scissors. Want to level up? Stack a second graphite layer for 20% more conductivity. Upgrade copper to a vapor chamber plate scavenged from an old GPU cooler, or tie a HomeKit automation that kicks on a desktop fan when the MagSafe puck mounts, creating a micro wind tunnel. But even the basic build pays monster dividends. A week of summer field tests shows battery drain on a 15 Pro Max, averaging 19% per hour of 4K shooting versus 28 on stock. 1-hour Genshin sessions drop from a sizzling 45 degrees Celsius to a comfy 33, all while frame rates stay locked and brightness untouched. In other words, you've swapped out overheating anxiety for frosty confidence, rescued your lithium-ion from premature death, and unlocked the full muscle Apple engineered, but usually So, slice that graphite, melt that phase change wax, snap on that copper halo, and beat the summer heat before it beats your battery, then show off your chill phone while everyone else's handsets beg for freezer pack breaks. Affix quarter-size pads above the SoC footprint with double stick tape. When an HDR video burst slams the CPU, the PCM melts, absorbs the spike, then resolidifies during idle. Ready for the next firestorm. 10E and Note 10 families, Google Pixel, 3, 4, and 5 handsets, Motorola's Razr and Fold lines. Basically anything that ships with Android 8 or higher. And it's just as effective on laptops, tablets, and even portable game consoles. My Steam Deck went from holding 45 minutes of battery life under load to 3 hours with the same setup. And worse yet, they increase costs. Most companies prefer to spend those extra dollars on newer, shinier features rather than boring thermal management. As a result, modern electronics throttle their own power, underload, overheat, and shut themselves down. Some chips even have fuses that blow under sustained high temperatures, forcing a complete system shutdown. This stuff doesn't happen often enough to make the headlines, but you've almost certainly experienced it yourself. Your iPhone may have dimmed the display, skipped frames, lost cell service, or flat out shut down. Some of us call this thermal throttling, and it's a problem worth solving. But the reality is that many of them simply aren't designed to handle the heat. Silicon Valley of the early 2010s thought that new chip architectures would make everything fine. I paid around $8 for a large roll on Amazon. It's thinner than a sheet of paper and conducts heat sideways 7 times better than aluminum. Trim it to match the rear glass, cut out eyes for the camera island, an wave window, and warm the back plate with a hairdryer. Then use a squeegee to work out any bubbles and press the graphite down flush so it kisses every millimeter of glass. You've just built a heat highway that spreads hotspots across the entire surface area, dropping peak core temps by 3 to 4 degrees in isolation. And we got generations of processors that were very good at handling simple tasks, but also pushed the limits of physics. Today, chips pack between 10 and 20 billion transistors into a space the size of a fingernail and run them at multi-gigahertz speeds. As a result, their small metal gates generate immense heat. Chips today dissipate as much as 100 watts of power and packages them into areas smaller than a dime. To put it another way, if the average person walked up to you and started dumping 100 watts of pure energy into you, you'd probably pass out pretty fast. That kind of concentrated energy can only be safely handled by special semiconductor materials that are expensive to source and manufacture, and they require sophisticated packaging technologies that add to the overall price tag. And I know if I check the battery percentage at the end of all of that, there will be nothing to scoff at. Even though the iPhone has been charged to only 50%, I have done something to this phone that makes its components run cooler, which means that the battery stays healthier, and the processor doesn't have to dial itself down to avoid overheating. Now I've made this modification to dozens of phones over the past few months, and I am going to show you how to make it yourself. You know what sucks? Having a perfectly fun day, and then getting home and checking your battery life to find that it's drained by 75%. You check the weather app and realize that the phone got way too hot at some point during the day, and you can't help but feel a little bit pissed off at your phone. You love your phone. It's your constant companion, the keeper of your memories, and the key to your communication. But sometimes it drives you insane. If you own a phone, any phone, this story is for you. We think of smartphones as these super powerful devices. So what do manufacturers do? They take shortcuts. It took me years to get here, but I can tell you from experience that it is possible to improve your phone's thermals without adding a whole bunch of weight, complexity, or expense. The first step, grab a sheet of ultra-thin paralytic graphite. Now I'm not saying you should go out and buy this stuff right now. Step 2. Layer on micro-encapsulated phase change pads. These tiny wax beads liquefy at 42 degrees Celsius and guzzle latent heat, like sonic solution. Step 3. Replace the finless aluminum plate inside any $10 MagSafe game puck with a 1mm copper disc. Bench tests. Jeff-inch Manhattan loops that crater stock devices 240% performance in 5 minutes, now hold 96% for half an hour. Hey, I want to thank you guys for watching.